Welcome back to Dicing with Death, ladies and gentlemen. Georg, it is Sunday, August 21st, 1509.
Yes, I am just fussing with spells. I want to go back and rememorize. So I guess it's still early in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I just met with Mother Emma, the High Priestess of Misty Rapids, Cleric of Tempos, Lord of Fate.
Yes. And
or Lady of Fate. Is Tempos gendered?
Tempos is male. He is the father of fate and time.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm just I'm gonna ride back to my keep or not my keep, Song's keep, and
your keep,
and rememorize spells. So if that entails killing a day and doing it, I think that's what I do. Or maybe I'm well enough rest. I think I already did memorize and deal with spells today, so I'll probably have to wait. Is it a full 24 hours or something? So I'm gonna go. I'll be hanging around the keep, making some plans, fussing with the spreadsheet.
Hey.
Counting up spell levels. Sorry. Okay, I don't need no magic missiles. I've got them loaded up in the amulet. I'll be fine. I constantly have so I don't know. With this many spell levels, it's absurd keeping track of. I'm like, what kind of day you have kind of depends on what you put in your arsenal. So if you go around with a stinking cloud, every nail's going to look like a hammer or something like that.
Exactly. When your only tool is a hammer, every problem looks like a nail.
Yeah, and if your tool is stinking cloud, you tend to piss people off.
Yeah, and if your tools are magic missiles, you tend to kill people. And then get killed by people.
Yeah. So I need no alignment. I don't know what glitter dust does, but I'll memorize it. It sounds useful, right? Nah, I'll keep it classic. I don't know if there's no way I can cast this many spells in an hour, but doing rope trick instead of glitter dust. My old go-to. Blink. Sure. Actually. Thinking Wraith form instead of lightning bolt. And sorry, I totally should have done this during the break. This is making for some great screen time, but I actually took a break during the break. Woe is me.
Mods names.
Okay. So I think we'll skip ahead a day with a new set of spells. And head out.
All right, where are you headed to? It's been.
Can I hold? While I'm
Wait a minute, hold on. Did you say you were rememorizing spells?
I'm not remember. Oh, well, I hope I don't get into any trouble tonight while I'm hanging out at the keep.
Yeah, because I was gonna say it's been more than an hour since you woke up.
No. So I changed my spell list, but I won't be able to actually memorize spells until the next morning.
Cool.
So I was skipping time. But I did want to ask how much do the gnolls weigh for first question?
The Gnoll skeletons?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if they could ride a phantom steed. Like if I conjured a second phantom steed, could I put a gnoll on it?
A 200-pound person has a bone weight of about 30 pounds. So your bones are about 15% of your body mass.
And if that were instead a large gnoll, and if instead of bones it was bronze-plated bones?
Right. Let's see. Gnolls are 7.5 feet tall. So how much does Shaq weigh? He's like 7.5 feet tall, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to spell Shaq. S-H-A-Q. He's 344 pounds. So 344 times 0.15. And then I'm going to quadruple that to include the weight of the metal.
Sure.
So triple the skeletal weight is the metal weight. And then so times 4 is the total. So 206 pounds for your bronze gnolls.
That's not actually that heavy.
Yeah.
So, and then an undead creature can ride a phantom steed. Is that cool? Are you?
Yeah. Is that how Phantom Steed works? Is Lao? Steed can be ridden only by the wizard who created it, or any person for whom the wizard specifically creates such a mount.
Can we call an undead gnoll a person for purposes of the spell? Or
yeah, but that means you'd have to create a separate Phantom Steed for each gnoll.
Okay.
Are you gonna have a bunch of gnolls riding in on a bunch of Phantom Steeds behind you as you walk into town?
I wasn't thinking that big. I was actually thinking to sneak a gnoll into town.
Oh, okay. You're not going to create an army of Phantom Steed?
I could do the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse thing, couldn't I? That's such a... Oh, man. Maybe I'll save that one for later. But I just want that visual in everyone's mind for a second. Georg the Lich Guard charging on top of his Phantom Steed with the 3 bronze gnolls on behind him.
Yeah.
The long sword, the axe and shield, magic axe, magic shield, and the wind shear scimitar. That's
terrifying.
4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Is that how? Is that where we're going with this, or is Georg a more subtle man?
That is a question only you can answer.
I know what we do. Oh man, can the potion of glibness do this? Can I talk my way out of that? I think we're gonna do bronze gnolls riding off to Thornwood with me. So I'm gonna sneak them all out the back door the next morning and conjure phantom steeds for all of us. That's gonna be all of my 3rd level spells, I think. In fact, I think I'm gonna need to give up a 4th level spell slot to do that. Is this a wise course of action? Of course not. Why the fuck not? So I need 4 phantom steeds. That is... But I have 3 plus 1. So I need to give up one of my 4th level spells. That's extra stone skin won't be necessary. All right. All right, we're set up.
All right, where are you
So
going?
I was originally thinking I could phantoms, or I could if I wanted to do secret travels with a bronze minotaur, or what I always call my undead minions minotaurs. I don't know. I don't know why. The unicorn was a minotaur. These gnolls are minotaur. The bronze gnoll. I was thinking that I could shrink him and featherfall him, and teleport in with him, and then like enlarge it back to a full sized guard.
Do you even need to shrink?
Maybe not. Actually, no. Featherfall would be like, yeah.
Do you need to featherfall? Can't you teleport a bunch of weight with you?
There are limits. But yeah, I can do a lot of cool shit. Right now, we're gonna put these minotaur. We're gonna under cover of darkness. So there's like wee hours of the morning.
Okay.
I'm gonna sneak these out. You know that there's that underground passage that led to the barrows. What did they call that place? The
barrows. Yeah, that's the right spot. That's the right word.
Yeah, it was like an hour or so walk or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because the gnolls were all in the treasure chamber, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, just they're mine. I'm gonna take them out for a spin. Thornwood has no stand. Like they've got So my game plan is that the filter of glibness will talk me into convincing that this is normal. There's no way that
it allows you to speak lies easily, but it doesn't make people believe all of your lies. You know, that doesn't mean you can't do it. But I'm just letting you know that if you walk up to someone and say, "I'm a red dragon," I think they'll still be like, "No, you're not. That's bullshit."
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, if you had just cheated on your girlfriend and you still smelled like perfume and you had a potion of glibness, you'd be like, "No, sweetie, really, I bumped into a girl on the street. She was perfuming herself. It hit me."
So as I'm leading these gnolls out the basement door, or what are we going to call it? Out the underground passage, the dungeon passage.
So but isn't that underground passage in the prison?
Yes.
Do you have a key to the prison? Wasn't that Kel Greller's key that you had temporarily while he was gone? Now that he's back,
when he was dead, it was given to me.
Okay.
And I don't know if did I give it back to Lord Solomon?
Nope.
I mean, I've had it at some point. It's not on my character sheet. I think it was hung up and then there was the secret passage in the back or something.
Right.
Yeah. And the treasure chamber is also in the basement, or is it in a different basement?
No, the treasure chamber is on the second floor.
No, they're both off the first floor.
Okay, then it's on the opposite side of the first floor.
Okay. So before anyone's up, I leave the gnolls out of the treasure chamber out the back. And as I'm having my second thoughts in this hour-long walk beneath the barrows,
with the gnolls following you in the wee hours of the morning, before Baron Song realizes that you took his guardians.
He'll never notice, right? Does he inventory the treasure chamber? It just stays locked 99% of the time, correct?
True. That's true.
Yeah. I mean, so shit. I need a second knock spell for this to work. I assume can I do that at this point, or?
Sure. You can. I mean, you've probably thought this out more well in advance than you have the two of us right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is actually the 22nd, Monday the 22nd.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, do I know? So, I should have asked you this off. Okay.
Hold on, I can pause our audio if you want to ask me a question.
Can you pause? All right,
I'll pause our audio. Hold on.
Do we have music going?
Yeah, but they're not going to hear it. All right. So, questions have been answered. You and your skeletons have made it to the barrows.
Yes. Not sure if I need these skeletons, but we're mounting up and riding. So it takes me 40 minutes, I think, to summon the 4 of them. I can't do all. Can I do all 4 rituals at once?
No, it'll take 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's you.
Probably
and
the sun's
skeletons.
probably just rising.
So that's room for you and 3 skeletons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. 4 phantom horsemen of the apocalypse riding east from Misty Rapids to Thornwood. I'm thinking we avoid the road is the fastest. Oh, I'm riding through that asshole sheriff's town on the way there. That's definitely a thing. So that's the route we're taking to Thornwood. Through the Tetherwilds, through that village, and then on to Thornwood.
Okay.
I wish I need a disguise. I pull my hood up over my head. Right, I designed. Yeah, Seamstress Georg thought this. Well, amateur seamstress. I guess I'll have to build my I don't know, my journeyman, my master crafted robe another time. But this one, I assume it's got a big shadowy
hood
that I can pull up and over my.
Yes.
I wish I had a wizard robe or something to throw on for occasions like this. That I feel like that's something I need to incorporate in my wardrobe. So hopefully my face is only kind of visual. I mean, everyone's going to hear who I am, but they're going to hear that Art Carl or whatever, or whoever, whatever they call me by, and where the story is told, riding into the village on phantom steeds with 3 undead gnolls behind him. That's a fucking ghost story, right? I mean,
yeah, that's terrifying.
It's the kind of thing where as these traumatized people tell their tale, no one believes them, right? Because that's not.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah,
Wraiths
nothing.
don't
But
just appear.
for these poor souls that witness this while they're stepping out in their fields, I guess first thing in the morning.
So it takes you like an hour to get there, though. So it's an hour after the sun is up. The farmers are in the fields. People are going about their business when you and your 4 skeletons show up on the horizon. In the west, though, so the sun is coming up and you're riding into the sun. So the first person that you see that day is a farmer out in his fields. He's shading his eye. No, he's looking towards you. The sun's coming up behind him. He's got his hands on his hips, head cocked to the side. You can almost hear him thinking, why the hell are there riders coming this early in the day? What could this be all about? He's watching. And then he starts squinting. And then he gets fear in his eyes. And then you see him turn and run. But by that point, you guys are almost upon him. He's clearly spotted the skeletons at that point. But I don't think there's anything that can be done. For him, that is.
Are you assuming we ride this poor man down?
Yeah, that's what I thought you were going to do. Is that not what your plan is?
I hadn't decided yet. So I think we come riding full speed towards the village. I mean, we're inhumanly fast. Movement rate 36, that's like, I don't know how that translates to in real life, but it's fast in D&D terms, so
it's 9 miles an hour.
That's not that fast.
It's fast. I mean, you could be, if you're running the horse, it would be faster than that. But if a horse moves at 6...
You can't run a phantom steed. It has 1 movement rate.
So yeah, you're like at a horse going at a brisk pace, which is consistent.
I don't think I hadn't. I mean, I can be chaotic from time to time. It's known to happen. So plans may change, but I wasn't intending to murder these townsfolk. I don't need souls for the Soul Forge quite yet. I was just envisioning riding through the village on Phantom Steed.
Well, you are
terrifying these poor villagers and sending that ghost story.
They
quivering through the Thornwood and the Tether Wilds and
they splinter,
beyond.
They shatter, they run, they break, they flee from your path.
And I don't think we're actually like the hooves don't make contact with the ground.
They're quiet.
I don't think we're even that destructive. I don't even think we leave foot. Does a phantom leave? It might even specifically say it doesn't leave foot. Like I don't think it would leave a normal. Maybe it leaves like a phantasmal mist or something behind it. I don't know if it makes insubstantial hooves, so it leaves insubstantial hoof prints.
Yep.
And I don't think we accidentally run anyone down. Like I don't think that's the kind of. I think we ride through. There's like a crappy dirt path that runs through the center of this hamlet or something.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Yeah, there's a small path that runs through the hamlet.
And I'm envisioning the sheriff standing out on the porch with his hands on his suspenders, just mouth agape.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you're going at 12 miles per hour. An average, I think in D&D you walk at 4 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm.
And just over time, like when we talk daily movement, never changes.
But so for a horse, I think that's kind of slow. Like that's not a full-on gallop.
Definitely not.
So I think I'm imagining the animation of a horse in a gallop, but slowed down. Ring Wraith style. I don't know if that's how they did the Ring Wraiths from. There's definitely some slow-mo shots of the Ring Wraiths going, right?
Yeah. It's creepy and the people are fleeing. You see as you get towards the center of the village.
And weapons are hoisted. I mean, the skeletons only carry the weapons, right? And
right.
I do not have the Serpent of. I don't have Misty Rapid Sigil on me, by the way, or the Bronze Staff.
The sheriff has made a small stand with the few villagers that he's got that are willing to defend themselves. Because the people run and they cry, and then the sheriff comes out with some men. They see you guys in the distance, trying to rally. Raiders are coming. It must be Gnolls. Something's going on. And then they see you, and they see the skeletons.
I think in absolute silence, we ride through town.
All right. Well, you're
heading
gonna
east towards Thornwood. Sure. I mean, you can probably get one round of opportunity attack. And are they shooting bows or something?
No, they all have melee weapons. The guards around the sheriff break and run when they see skeletal riders on silent phantom steeds, and it ends up just being the sheriff against the four of you. He's quivering. He's shaking in his boots, but he's standing strong.
Okay, standing in the middle of the road.
Yes, sword drawn.
Okay, so we ride.
I utter make me initiative roll.
Yeah, I utter. Commit. Do the Gnolls have to understand the language that I give them commands in? Do I have to give them Gnollish command?
No.
I can give them commands in like Ogre or something like that, and
yeah.
Just as long as they're verbal commands, it satisfies the conditions. Right, I'm rolling initiative.
Yep.
Sure. Gnolls are size large, so they go even slower than that.
No, they use weapon speed.
They're not. I don't think any of them will attack this poor sheriff.
Oh, okay.
I don't think. Yeah, I think he'll get a couple of an opportunity attack at us as we ride by, but I'm not planning on.
Oh, you're not actually killing the sheriff.
No, we'll literally scare the shit out of him with a cavalry charge as he's standing in the middle of the road like an idiot. But
he's braced, ready to.
I growl foreign words under my breath. Guttural tongue, not heard in this land, and I don't know. Are there ogres around? I think I pick Ogre. That's the nastiest language I can come up with.
He takes a swing,
and I tell the Gnolls to I set up the formation how I would like it or whatever. So the Gnolls will be off to the side, and I'll do the main ride by,
go
get closest to him.
He makes a swing.
So he'll get an opportunity attack at me
skeletal Gnoll You're
Like, I'm the one that hits him first. That's what I'm saying. I command. I get them.
all right,
and like
he takes a swing at you. It's a wild miss. It cuts way to your side.
if he gets additional opportunity attacks, he can probably do against my steed, and then maybe the one behind me. The other two gnolls are probably off on the
He
other
gets a total
sides
of
of the
3
road.
opportunity attacks. They're all misses. Well, a miss, and a bounce off of the plated knoll. And you guys move through on the other side.
And we ride towards Thornwood. Do I know of any good hills overlooking the city where I could get a good vantage?
No,
Maybe
it's
the
surrounded
color.
by this forest.
Okay.
There's no place to get a good vantage except on the road.
Well, there are ogres in this forest. In another campaign, I would have rallied the ogres and charged on the civilized world, but just because I speak ogre doesn't mean that's not my plan. Or that's a sensible plan. Not today. No, I ride up to the southern edge of Thornwood, I guess. I would like to avoid people actually from now on. I mean, I wanted to scare the shit out of that village because their sheriff's an asshole. But otherwise, I will be steering us in a direction that avoids human contact. I mean, I'm sure people with loggers or whatever, or I don't know who's
Yeah,
out
you're
here.
not too familiar with the southern edge of the forest in here. You
I mean,
can
it's
do your
mostly
best to avoid
wilderness,
them.
right? I mean, there's ogres and shit out here.
There are ogres and shit.
So that bit I said about the tongue, I was whispering being ancient, and no, those ogres are not foreign. They're right here. They were here before humans showed up.
You make it to Thornwood without encountering a single beast or man or monster. You come to the clearing because Thornwood has a large perimeter around it that is cleared land. You come to the edge of this clearing where there's the tree line, and beyond it, it's open, and you can see the road and the bridge and the wall beyond.
Okay. We stop in this clearing, and I take a look at the city. How far off is this clearing from Thornwood itself?
A few hundred yards.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good clearing, a defensible one.
A few hundred yards, you say?
Yeah, like 300 yards.
Like 300 yards or 300 yards?
300 yards.
I needed one soul.
You don't have a soul charged?
I don't know. Let me check my...
You have a troll soul charged, unless you've used it.
Oh, this is not worth a... I think I used that troll's charge for something. I am down to true seeing. So I did need to run some soul. Oh, well. I can do this without that. I can step 10 yards closer.
Okay.
But 290, wait. I think 270 yards is my dimension door distance. So can they see us on the wall from here? Or like in Thornwood?
If someone was looking, they might be able to sort of see, yeah.
And so I think we're parked here for a few minutes while I figure out my course of action.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like middle. What time is it? It's like middle of it. How long did it take us to get here? That was like most of the day, right? Riding.
Yeah, what's the distance?
I mean, it's afternoon still, I think, right? It's still light out.
Yeah. Maybe mid-afternoon. What are you gonna do?
am going to dismount, returning to some beastly tongue to give. If anyone were to overhear, they would be, concealed commands to my dead minions. And I tell them to return to Misty Rapids and head back to the barrows and conceal themselves therein and await my further command.
Okay.
And I stop the last one with Windshear, the scimitar, and command him to slay my phantom steed.
He slays your phantom steed.
Disappearing in a wisp of smoke. As do I. I dimension door into the keep, into that bedroom that I had stayed in previously, in like the middle of the room or something.
Okay. You have what's the distance of dimension door?
270 yards. So I walk 30 yards into the woods towards.
You could dimension door inside the wall of Thornwood, but not to the keep, because the keep is well in Thornwood. It's like the town is a mile by a mile. And the keep is somewhere within the town, so you could dimension door to the wall, or beyond the wall.
Okay. So let's see what else I got. So I dimension door inside the city. I'll do that. With my hood up. And now's probably a good time to drink the potion of glibness. I imagine or at least I'll have it withdrawn.
Okay.
I'll probably need its aid to talk my way out of whoever I bump into. Damn, I'm not gonna...
So you appear in the streets somewhere. Whatever civilians are around you, kind of,
I imagine teleporting into the keep and into the...
Well, you have a teleport spell.
Yeah, that's for later. It's for getting out of this place. I almost did a second dimension door. Was there I could have knocked my way. This is better.
Well, you're here now. People scatter as you appear out of thin air.
I don't... I kind of regret teleporting in, but not in the keep, but whatever. I head towards the keep.
Okay.
Somewhat surreptitiously, I'm sure people spot a dark-robed figure running through the streets, as they have been for the past couple of months, right? Mm-hmm. Like that's a rumor going around town.
Mm-hmm.
And I take I take a meandering path, I guess. But people spot me, but I don't think. But I try to cover my tracks, if that makes sense, as I slip towards the keep.
Right. You come within sight of the keep. You can see Ramdal's tower sticking out well before you see the rest of the keep.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually you are as close as you need to be. No one stops you.
I really did need a second dimension door. However, I'll go for Malchus's help as a last resort and tap my amulet and slip invisible and slide into the keep. I assume I can knock doors down while invisible, right? If I need to.
Yes.
I don't know that I'm going to try and slip into the keep invisible, but there's no reason for it to be under alert, right? Or is there like a servant's entrance? So while invisible, I'll try to find an unlocked door.
The keep itself has a large gate to it, which is during the day open, so people can come in and out, and there's just two guards on the door. It's a wide door, it's like 10 feet wide, 8 feet tall or whatever. Tall enough that a horse can go
I can
through.
cast any spell from invisible, right? As long as it doesn't affect another person. Like I can do all of my blinking and...
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Non-combat spells are what you can do.
It's only attacks that Okay, I'm just
so.
confirming where I screw myself over. I don't think I have any spells memorized right now, actually, Liquid. Yeah. And I want to slip in, so I'm going to slip past the guards. If I can just walk past them while invisible.
Until the recipient attacks any creature or 24 hours have cast.
Yeah. Okay, so I slip past the guards.
Okay. You slip past the guards. You
And
make it to
upstairs.
Yep.
Or I think that's where the well, where's the hall or whatever?
Downstairs.
There's a throne room, right? Is that what I walk in through first?
You walk into a hallway that has stairs leading out of it, and beyond the hallway, there's a set of doors, which are open, because there's maybe 300 people gathered in the Great Hall. Talking to the Countess. She's sitting there, head on her hand, listening to this, and then remembering that she's the Countess and she's supposed to be, proper, sets up and nods along and judges.
It's got to be near the end of the day, though, right?
Yes.
Okay, I squish myself somewhere so that I wouldn't get run over by the crowd.
Not too much longer later.
I will wait probably hours, but just
No. It takes maybe 20 or 30 minutes before the thing breaks up. The Countess dismisses the people. Actually, a herald dismisses the people, telling those with problems to come back tomorrow. Countess stands and makes an exit, heading upstairs under the protection of El Larkun.
This is why Kel Larkun was why I wanted a Knoll in case I had to deal with someone like her. Oh well. Shouldn't have sent him home. Yeah. Okay. God, what level is Kel Larkun?
You would know that she is considered one of the best, most fearsome warriors in the kingdom.
Yeah. Okay. So I follow them upstairs, you said?
Yes. They make towards Countess Nina Castilian's bedchamber. Open the door.
God, I needed a wizard lock.
Countess Castilian slips in. Kel Larkun stops and stands outside, back to the door. Well, back to the wall, adjacent to the door. She's not blocking the door. She has her shield in hand, the deep green kite shield with the 4 yellow swirls emanating from its boss, made of steel and ribbed with brass bumps. She also carries her spear, Sky Piercer, silver head.
Where is my
Haft made of white oak wrapped in with blue dragon scales.
I'm just trying to find what spells I had on my scroll real quick. I can't find the freaking scroll though. I think I might need to open up that old Word document. So I am invisible in the room watching for a bit.
I think if you...
I mean, just a minute or so while I think through options. I try to,
you're in the hallway outside of the bedroom, right?
Can I step into the bedroom? Is the door, or do they shut the door immediately behind them?
No, you walk into a door and you walk into a room and shut the door behind you, sort of thing. You can make a quick go for it, but there'll be some chance that you get caught in the shutting of the door. The dex check, I guess.
Dex check to get slammed in the door.
Dex check to not get slammed in the door.
I'll pass on that one. Thank you very much.
Your scroll has Nahal's Reckless Dwemer, Protection from Poison, Secret Page, and Locate Creature.
Okay.
Nahal's Reckless Dwemer is a good one.
No, I just found it. Nahal's Reckless, that's just a random spell. That's just a 1 in 100% or 1 in 100 chance of summoning a fireball on yourself and dying. No. So I stand on the other side of this door for a second. Is it locked?
You didn't hear a lock.
Then I go to open it.
The bodyguard is standing outside.
There's a bodyguard outside. I didn't catch that.
The knight is standing outside. Kel Larkon is standing outside.
Kel Larkon. Oh! I thought she went
in.
into the room with. Okay, no, she didn't go in.
No, she did not go in.
Nope. Okay. Then I am going to cast my improved blink right here.
Ooh.
In the hallway. There is a verbal component, so the guard may hear whispering in the hallway. That's not good. I may silently back up a few steps to conceal the whispers a little bit, so that it maybe just sounds like a creepy wind.
You notice her looking around a little bit at that, but stops.
Yeah, and I step towards her and blink past her and through the door into the room.
Okay.
All invisible.
Do you have to blink once per round?
I don't think so. I assume you can just blink where you're standing if you'd rather.
Yeah.
It says it's the same as a regular blink, except you can choose the timing.
Okay. But that does mean you have one blink per minute.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
For the next 9 minutes.
All right. You are in the room. You see Countess Nina Castilian is in a state of half undress, getting rid of these, big royal clothes. There is a servant nearby her that is laid out on a bed, the clothes that she's going to be changing into. And the servant is talking about some trifling matter of, court drama that the Countess is smiling and kind of nodding along with.
Mm-hmm. I might just wait this out until I kind of want to have a conversation with the Countess first. I certainly want the handmaiden gone. So I'm entertaining possibilities of what I can. I don't really need. It's a bummer about. Yeah, I think I'll probably wind up not getting to use the blink spell again. That's fine. I can wait this out. How long does it is this? I guess this isn't. She's getting under. I have to watch her get undressed.
Of course not. You can look away. But it's pretty standard to go to change your clothes after being all formal and regal into your more casual hanging around the house clothes.
This is not what I meant to do, Neil.
It's all right. It's over fairly quickly. When Doddle's doing this, it's take this off, put this on. A few moments later.
I think I'm thinking about how can I interrupt without. No, that'll.
Georg is standing awkwardly in the corner as the discussion about court drama goes on. Countess is fully dressed and now sitting down at a vanity while the handmaiden combs her hair for a little while. The chatter continues.
I think by now I'm sitting down, invisible on the floor. I'm scratching my head. The blink has expired, hasn't it?
It's only been 5 or 6 minutes. It's almost expired. A knock comes at the door, followed by Kel Larkon's voice saying... Actually, not Kel Larkon's voice. Where's my document? Done. Oh my god, where did it go? There it is. You hear the voice of a middle-aged male calling out, "Mother, are you ready?" To which the Countess replies, "Hold on,
Wait,
not
does she
yet."
get redressed to go out for something? Or is she...
She's redressed.
Does it look... Okay.
Looks fairly casual.
Okay.
For a Countess.
Mm-hmm. And she replies, just a moment, or is she
Hold
getting...
on.
Does she have shoes on?
No, she doesn't
She's
have
not ready to
shoes
go out
on.
the door
She's
yet.
not ready. No.
Okay. Yeah.
Her son can wait on her.
Mm-hmm. I really want this handmaiden gone. Contemplating a color spray, but then I'm out of invisibility too.
You can always charge new invisibility whenever you need. It only takes a stat trait. You don't even need a
What
soul.
can I do to conceal the casting of a color spray? Would that leave any sort of trace? Like, would a magical detective be able to come and say, or would Randall be able to come and say, "There's some residual colored sand. Someone cast a color spray in this room"?
Maybe if he was really lucky and super clever.
I think I am conscious to use the components out of my over a deep pocket and let the flash residue. So I'd probably just barely pull the components out of the pocket as I blow off a color spray in this room. It doesn't make a sound. It doesn't bang, actually. It's a flash of color, right?
Correct, but there are some verbal components to it. So as you begin to chant the words to color spray, the handmaiden stops combing, looks around. The Countess looks
I
around
hope
as
the
well.
spell goes off before
they get a chance to say anything.
Or see
Colors
anything.
blast over the two of them.
And I assume they're one-hit die creatures and they just don't get a save and fall unconscious.
Well, give me a d6 for how
Actually,
many you can
only-
affect.
6. Actually, it might have been nice if it was just I could do it on just the handmaiden, couldn't I? But
Yeah,
then
you could aim it. You could cone it to just the one. Quickly.
No, I knocked them both out, so I've got a little more time. But they're both unconscious for the same amount of time, though.
Correct.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna start tracking real time as for how long they're knocked out.
Maybe I didn't want them both. Too late. I said it.
It's done now.
I just flashed the room.
Alright, a minute of real time is a minute of game time at this point.
Mm-hmm. I do have a rope trick. Can sound come in and out of the rope trick hole?
Yes.
It can?
Yes. It's a window into extra dimensional space.
Mm-hmm.
You are visible again.
Oh, yeah, yes, I'm visible. I am going to make a rope trick in this room while they're unconscious. That's my first action, very next round. Has it been a minute yet?
Yeah,
because
it's
that's
been a
still
minute.
So that was my, I casted. Hopefully at the end of that minute, maybe at the beginning of the next, casting a rope trick.
You
I
have
have
cast
not
a rope trick.
Admin, if you're watching, can you try and figure out which spells I just cast over the course of not paying attention? But otherwise anyways.
Figure it out later.
Otherwise I'll figure it out later. I get my rope trick going. And the question is, who do I want in the rope trick? I want them both restrained and gagged if possible. but I only have the one rope. So I guess we're all. Am I able to find? I assume enough material to silence them.
What was the last time you used a rope trick?
A long ass time, but I got the 25 feet of silk rope. Had it in the pocket for a long ass time.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, I usually use Displace Self as my second level spell.
Okay.
And that's, yeah, okay. But it's a good one. And I will restrain because they'll be conscious again in a couple of minutes, so. And then
It's been a very long time since you've rope tricked. I can't remember the last time you used this spell.
Yeah. So I make a rope trick in the room for escape purposes. Can you teleport out of a rope trick? Is that
No, spells cannot cross dimensions.
Okay.
It's extra dimensional space up
So
there.
I also want to blindfold the hell. If possible, I would get the handmaiden into the extra dimensional pocket. But if she may wake up before that happens. But she's also blind. They're both blindfolded. If I've got the time and the material.
Yeah, you've got the time.
Okay. The session got out of hand.
Do you place anyone
Actually,
in the extra dimensional space?
No. I drink the potion of glibness before anyone wakes up. Yeah, that's definitely a
It's
thing.
drunk. And at this point in time, actually, right now, you see the two begin to stir.
Okay. Don't speak too loud. Your lives are in danger. Is there any way I can cover my voice? Neil? I guess I wouldn't without a I do my best, but I don't.
Why don't you disguise your voice right now, Ryan? And that's the best that you'll disguise Georg's voice.
Sure. It'll be an erratic accent, but I'll
That is fine.
I'll say it as best I can. The Countess has certainly heard me speak, but I've never seen this handmaiden.
Never.
Okay, but I imbibed the potion of glibness. Let's delete that from my inventory. Someone wants you dead, Countess. And the only way you can live is by telling me who.
She's quiet. Many people want me dead. I don't know of whom you speak.
We'll start with the top of this list.
If I had names, they wouldn't be on the list. Usurpers, troublemakers, rivals. This is all in a whisper.
How many more rivals lie buried beneath the earth?
I have gotten my share of hands dirty. If that's... You hear a knock at the door again. Mother! What's taking so long? We have to meet Ramdal! To which your mother... not your mother. She pauses and says, am I still in my room? Cal Larkin! Help! She shouts. At this point, we need to roll initiative.
Yeah. I kind of needed that improved blink for this fight, but I guess we'll see.
All right.
Okay. Someone's getting God, this is not how well.
You go first. Before anyone has a chance to act, you've got a moment.
That was me preparing a thunderstaff if Kel Larkin bursts through the door.
Kel Larkin bursts through the door moments later.
I drop the hammer, and so like the staff that I boom, hits the ground with a crack, and everything goes flying.
Okay. She needs to make a saving throw versus spell, which she fails. You're aiming at the door, so it would be her and the Countess's son, who's directly behind her, that get hit by the blast. He passes his save. So roll me 44 for how far she gets hurled.
I almost memorized a shatter, but I figured, why would I ever need to destroy anything?
She takes 11 points of damage and is stunned for how long? D3 rounds. Her son is knocked into by Kel Larkin, so he's knocked back into the ground. He's some creatures are unable to think or act coherently during this time and are deafened. Okay.
So, okay, can I get a head count after the clap of thunder?
Yes.
The room is probably cast asunder, right? Complete furniture thrown all about. And
Well, it's a cone aimed, right? So you aimed it at the door. So the door's blown off its hinge.
Okay, so I didn't catch the two women in the blast.
No, not at all. But they have torn their things off, and Countess Castilian.
My hood is like draped as far over my face as it could be. I kind of thought everyone was going to get caught in the blast. So they're not. Are they stunned or are they? Oh, are they conscious?
5 points of damage.
Are they alive even?
Kel Larkin is clearly unconscious. Beneath her is Countess Castilian's son.
Who's conscious and scrambling?
Yes, the Countess and the handmaiden are...
They are blindfolded. They're like tied up.
They are no longer blindfolded. They've taken their blindfolds off.
How did they get their hands free?
Did you tie them up?
Yeah. I guess let me check my...
All right, well, then I'll be giving them some sort of check.
I mean, the restraints they have are crude, because they're probably what I found in the room.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have anything specific, because I used rope to make the deep pocket dimension. But the ceiling is right there, right? Okay. So could I could use these? They're probably somewhat tied to the deep pocket dimension dangly rope. Maybe one of them
is. The handmaiden is...
Maybe they're freeing themselves.
The handmaiden is struggling. The Countess has gotten her hands underneath her feet and has pulled off her mask, her blindfold, so her hands are still back.
She may see the back of a black robe.
Yeah.
Clutching an oaken staff and seeing I guess she probably from the floor may get an oblique view of the aftermath. Her son is still alive and like flailing underneath Kel Larkin.
Yeah, but I'm gonna figure he just got hit by a full-grown woman in plate mail, so he's probably out for the round.
Mm-hmm.
Let's roll me initiative for next round.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, give me. Okay.
Initiative.
Yeah, I don't know what's the initiative of a spear?
6.
I roll a natural 5 as I go to pick up Kel Larkin's spear. And yeah.
All right, so you beat her son to the spear. He's going for it too. You get to it as
he's able to get out. So he's able to get out from under her in a round.
Yeah, I mean it's a person on top of you.
So he passed his save.
He passed his save.
Okay.
Yeah. You get to the spear before he does, but now you're out in the hallway.
I move back into the door. Is the door destroyed?
Completely knocked off its hinges.
Okay. I take the spear, step into the room, and make an attack against the Countess.
Make me roll to hit.
D20 +2 -5 because I'm non-proficient, +1 for high ground,
No
Any
high
other-
ground. No, she's on the ground, so
Yeah,
plus 2
she's
for
prone.
her kneeling, and then plus magic. So d20 minus 1.
Yes.
Saving
What
throw
happened?
versus death?
Oh my goodness, my death saving throw is. I rolled a 0 for those of you listening on audio. I natural 1 with a total of -1. My saving throw versus death is 13. 3. I fail. What do I do? What happens is how do I critically fail with this magic spear?
What was, oh God. Oh God.
Describe for me the chaos, Neil.
I need to open up a different document to figure out that sort of chaos. I haven't used this document in a long time. Okay. You have... Target other nearby creature. Use firing into melee rules.
So I think that
You spear the other woman.
Yeah, that's
Make me another roll to hit.
10.
10 is a hit. You roll me some damage. D6.
Plus magic
magic.
and only 1.
Only 1. She's dead. Well, you know, you
Well,
spear her through the
unconscious. She might live.
chest.
She will probably live.
You spear her through the chest.
And then I think what's his face goes, and yeah. Well, I could probably both of the Castilians go.
Yeah, the
Her son
Countess is still
alive.
alive.
So he took damage,
He
right?
took 0 damage. He passed his save.
Okay.
Yeah. He grabs a short sword and runs at you with it with a natural 19.
Dink. Stone skin charge.
Stone skin charge removed. He yells at you, "Foul creature, who are you? What are you doing here?" The Countess makes another attempt to free her hands. Natural 20. She rips it apart, rips the ropes apart, and frees herself, but can make no other actions. Give me an initiative. Next round. Well, I guess
very
the
slow.
son is yelling, but he's yelling awkwardly. He's clearly deafened, can't make sense of his words. That's him. The son goes first. He slashes at you with a 10, which is a miss. And then the Countess goes. She grabs a dagger and holds her action. Your turn.
No one knows that Art Carl can cast a rope trick, do they?
I don't
I
think any
used
of
it
these
once
people
to
have
kill
ever
some
seen it.
gnolls. Yeah, so it's not a spell that's at all associated with me. Just checking. Sorry, what was going on?
The Countess pulled a dagger and is standing at the ready.
Okay.
It's your turn.
But she has no words of, no pleading, nothing, no
No,
question.
she's in a fighting
Lie.
stance, ready to take you on.
12. I plunge Kel Larkin's spear into her gut.
You do.
Chaos reigns. I whisper
She
the
crumples.
last words that she may hear.
She crumples. What are the
And-
last words that she may hear?
Chaos reigns.
Oh, okay.
I just said it.
You hear
And-
the crying of her son from behind her as we roll initiative for the next round.
Yeah. 10. Without turning my back, I begin uttering words of magic.
The son goes first.
Yeah. Okay.
Takes a swing.
Actually, I do want to
to.
speak before I cast the spell. I mean, I am casting a spell. He would interrupt it if I didn't have stone skin.
He hits you for with a 13,
Yeah,
but you're
so
stone skinned.
Stone skin charge. And I will say, filter of glibness still wet on my tongue. Why would Kel Larkin do such a thing? And drop the spear I think I'll shout it again louder in case there's any servants out in the hall. Why would Kel Larkin do such a thing? Before I continue casting or start casting my teleport spell.
Okay, the boy can clearly see that you are not Kel Larkin.
Oh no, yeah, sure, but maybe some of the but he'll be the only one that. Well, all right, we'll see.
And Kel Larkin.
What? Kel Larkin's unconscious. Well, maybe she's waking up.
You cast a teleport spell.
Yeah, and I teleport back to Misty Rapids Keep. Well, maybe I shouldn't have said where I went. That would have been a great cliffhanger, wouldn't it?
You're not going to use the extra dimensional space that you've created? You're leaving your rope behind?
That's what I was debating. That's why I was like, will anyone recognize a rope trick?
Okay.
That will cause a... Oh, maybe you do ask an important question, but we're 4 hours deep. I think our session...
I mean, make your choice. Make your choice.
Because then that's an hour that I would have to wait it out. That's freaking crazy. And there's no way to dispel it. It just like hangs out there for an hour. Randall will probably know it. So now I can now Garrick probably can't cast another rope trick. Well, might have just accidentally gotten the signature spell.
Do you go in it? Or do you abandon and flee?
Abandon and flee. Do you want to keep playing? Is that what?
I just want to know. I just wanted to know your method of solution because it all plays out in different ways. So, yeah, we're here at this point. I want to do it right. I don't want to skip any corners. But if you want to teleport, then that's. I'm not trying to dissuade you from your teleportation.
Well, I feel like I already called it. I can't retcon.
All right. You teleport, leaving the rope trick behind.
I leave Kel Larkin's spear behind.
Okay. You appear back at Misty Rapids, or are you going all the way to the Barrows?
I'll meet up with my gnolls and yeah.
Okay. Okay. You're back with the gnolls.
Yeah. Okay. Did you want an epilogue? I mean, I think that's where
I think that's where we will
the episode ends.
End the episode of Georg, and probably this chapter in Dicing with Death, because we've been playing Georg for like 9 months now. Right? 9-10 months? It started in November 2015. So we're going to temporarily close the door on Georg. I'm sure that door will be reopened. It might be reopened a lot.
You just enjoy making chat mad at you. I just have to, the transition there. We could have done better. I was trying to like cue the curtain, and then you're like backseat playering my teleport and end of arc. With a cliffhanger that I guess I spoiled by saying I go back to Misty Rapids.
Yeah. All right. Well, I did want to let people...
We'll fix it for the YouTube. It'll be so dramatic.
But I do want to let people know what's
now you've got
going on coming up, though.
Writing. We'll probably...
So we were probably going to temporarily retire Georg. We might bust him out once a month or something to kind of just see what he's doing and where he's going. Or we might put him on hold for 6 months and come back, or who really knows. But starting with next week, we will be playing a new character, one that I've already rolled up ahead of time, and we'll delve into all of that stuff next week. So this is a close on Georg's chapter, and only the second Dicing with Death character not to die.
Yeah.
All right. So Ryan, any final thoughts on Georg before we close him out?
No, I mean I'm fairly happy with what's on the table. I don't know. Do we need to do any like wrap up? I mean, did you want to do an epilogue? That's where you wanna leave it. Maybe we'll find out via.
I think when we check back in next with Georg, we will see the consequences. I don't want to start them too early. Well, let's just say that some chaos will follow in the path of the assassination. That's it. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.